Brothers Reborn is a supportive men's life coaching community that is focused on personal growth, adventure, and abundance. Join us to talk more about Brothers Reborn and how you can get involved is the founder and head coach, Ian Western. Good morning, Ian.
Good morning, Paul. This is absolutely surreal to be on the news with you right now, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, are you kidding me? And boy, what a backdrop, breathtaking. I feel reborn just looking at that backdrop. That's very peaceful.
Love hearing that, man. That's what we're about. We're about fueling the fire in your soul, appreciating the beauty of life, and staying on the up and up, keeping positive when we can so that we can be better husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, lovers, and community contributors. And starting my morning here helps me do just that.
Well, tell us about how, I guess, is this the guys like my age that are facing midlife crises, or is this younger people? Well, give us an idea of what your average candidate is like.
Sure. So we definitely skew younger. I specialize personally in helping guys 18 to 35. There are men that come to me with issues like divorce and family troubles, and because I don't have the years of experience, I don't feel qualified to coach them. But I feel most qualified to coach guys that are going through crisis, really learning who they are at a core, maybe suffering in silence, dealing with things like depression and anxiety, and really need some brotherly love to help them get clear on their vision for their life, hold them accountable to building healthy habits, keeping their commitments, following through on their word, and consciously building a lifestyle that they're excited about, that helps them live adventurously, helps them give and receive love, give and receive support. And that's what we're about. We go beyond emotional support and into enjoying life as much as we can, just keeping that fire in our soul alive.
Well, Ian, I grew up in an environment where, you just never showed that kind of weakness. You didn't, boys don't cry, boys don't share their feelings. Breaking through those barriers, is that kind of what you're about? Or as a society, are those barriers coming down a little bit?
100%. So I think it's really awesome in society. There's an awakening taking place. People are recognizing that there is power in vulnerability. When you take the lead and share yourself vulnerably, when you be open with someone, it opens up your ability to receive love and support that will help you more effectively overcome any adversity that you're facing, whether that be any mental health challenges, whether that be something going on in your family and your job. When you're open, honest, and vulnerable, you'll be surprised how much people appreciate that authenticity and go out of their way to help you. Now, part of my job with Brothers Reborn is to destigmatize men's mental health. We as men, we suck at reaching out for help when we need to. So what I do with my guys is I encourage them to be open, and a huge component of that is building trust, is doing things so we can build trust, like have that vibe that we have each other's back no matter what. And that's why I found that coaching versus kind of therapy, it's just a different format. It's a little bit less formal, less boxed into the rules of psychotherapy, and more man-to-man, more brotherly love. And it helped me pull myself out of a deep, dark depression. And my whole goal with this is help other guys overcome their personal challenges as well, while making it fun, while incorporating adventure, while incorporating a abundant social life, and of course, a positive contribution to society.
Well, you certainly radiate a positive aura, Ian. So, I mean, that's obvious. Anybody who's watching this. Yeah, the name, Brothers Reborn, is there a spiritual element to this, a religious element, or is that just reborn mentally?
Absolutely a spiritual element to this. I was inspired by the name when I engaged in my first transformational breathwork exercise. It was 45 minutes of deep breathing designed to flood the body and brain with oxygen, turn off the thinking mind, tap into the subconscious, and release trauma energy stored in the mind and body. And I came out of that experience. I cried for the first time in years. I came out feeling like a totally new person. I was lighter. I felt like the spirit of depression had been lifted on me. I literally was reborn into a new, more powerful and positive identity. And there's absolutely a spiritual component to this as well, because we have to do things to help us remember that life is beautiful, that the universe has embraced our existence here, and that any challenges we're faced with, that's the universe helping us develop our ability to overcome those challenges and to be better so that we can show up for the people in our lives, the people that we love, in a better way, and show up for the world and society and in our communities in a better way.
Is this expensive to do?
It's on a la carte basis. Brothers Reborn offers hyper personalized coaching. So before we even consider a formal arrangement, it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to resonate with this combination of coaching. We handle practical stuff, health, wealth, relationships, and depending on the intensity of a coaching arrangement, some guys really need someone checking in on them on a very regular basis to make sure they're getting what they need to be done to make the lifestyle changes necessary to reverse the course of something going on. Other guys, they can take a more passive role. So the pricing will depend on your unique situation, our unique frequency of communication, the type of support you need. If you need support helping revise your resume, prepare for job interviews, if you need support managing your diet, it's all specific to the client, their unique needs. And that's, I think, the approach we want to take here, because we're all beautifully unique as human beings. We all have different genetic makeups, problems, issues, environments, social lives, and that's what I'm trying to create here.
And where do people find out more? Can they find you on the web somewhere?
Yes, sir. Brothersreborn.org has all the information you need about the company's background, our coaching programs, upcoming events. You can find us on social media, at brothers.reborn. I'm on there as well if you want to keep tabs on my lifestyle. That's at Ian Western. And man, I'm almost speechless right now, just being on the news. It's absolutely surreal. This has been a dream of mine for years, and this is a huge milestone. Thank you so much.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's an interesting thing. Maybe we'll help out some of our viewers. You brought up social media. It's kind of a double-edged sword because you want to get your word out, but I would think that part of the problem that most guys have is they're so glued in. Just as a society, we can't put our phones down. I can't even watch TV now without my phone in my hand, and you're so glued into social media. Severing that cord, I would think, would be a big part of what you teach. Am I wrong, or?
You are dead on, 100%. Our brains as human beings, I believe Simon Sinek said this, we're not meant to cope with the dopamine spikes we get from all the notifications on our devices. I myself struggle with this. I'll whip out my phone, go on social media, and time will pass, and nobody's perfect. That's just where the modern generation and younger men are on right now, and that's where it's a medium to get the message out. But you're 100%. We need to make conscious efforts to disconnect from our devices, to breathe deep, to get present, to connect with our natural environment so that we can increase our capacity to live consciously, so that we can deliberately choose our actions and make sure that our actions are in line with our mission, with our calling, with our higher purpose, in line with serving the ones that we love most and the causes we're devoted to.
All right, Ian, we have to call it a conversation. We'll let you get going a little bit before Mark and I show up, because we want to get your success rate up as high as possible before some two really problematic cases come into your sphere, okay? So good luck to you and your organization, and I'm sure we'll talk again, either professionally or over the over the TV like this, okay?
Yeah, come hang out here, man.
Okay.
Breathe in the ocean air. We'll get deep. I appreciate you, Paul. Thank you so much.
You bet, Ian.